Welcome back to Discover Crypto. Today I want to talk to you about Frontier Wallet. This is an app that can provide access to thousands of crypto assets and also enable you to manage them across more than a dozen blockchains. Before we jump into the video, I just want to remind you all that this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and that I would always advise you to do your own research and that crypto comes with risks. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Okay, so with Frontier, there has been a version 1 of the Frontier wallet already, and it has been available on iOS via the App Store and on Android via Google Play. However, in the late summer and early autumn or fall, it became apparent that Frontier was going to launch a version 2 of the app. Now, before I get into the features, I just want to make you aware of the broader aspect of the app, in that there will be more than 4,000 crypto assets supported by Frontier. And there's an image here showing you which ones. So in terms of the majors, we've got Ethereum, we've got Avalanche, there's Solana, and there's a bunch of other great ones too, like Elrond, Zilliqa, Polygon runs on top of Ethereum to try and help you save on gas fees. Binance Smart Chain is here. There's also some aspects of the Cosmos ecosystem, so there could be scope there. So we've got Bluezell, Band, Kava, Algorand. After that, we've got Algorand and Tomo Chain, Harmony. I mean, there's some great chains here. In terms of the features we're looking at, the development is currently being finalized for version 2. I'm hoping to see that in the next few weeks. Hopefully it will appear then. With people using this app, Frontier wants to make it a more seamless process for new crypto users and everyday users to onboard their fiat currencies, whether it's dollars, pounds, euros, or something else. And as such, they're going to enable bank transfers and so forth that can be made via Google Play and Apple, or Google Pay and Apple Pay, which I think it's pretty huge. It will allow seamless depositing and withdrawing if that's what you require. Frontier is also promising to have commission-free trading, so there'll be no fees on that end. As for gas, it appears that the cross-chain compatibility of Frontier will be used to lower gas fees, so maybe you would end up using Polygon or Arbitrum, rather than Ethereum, and you would save fees that way. And then there's going to be other options. I mean, they're discussing here Avalanche's C chain and Phantom as well. I mean, Phantom integration would be immense. With Frontier, in addition to managing your assets or buying and selling, there's also access to DeFi, which I think is pretty phenomenal, considering DeFi can maybe feel a bit confusing to new entrants in the crypto market, especially when faced with, say, a $70 fee for staking or liquidity providing via Ethereum. So, with Frontier, it'll hopefully make that accessible, and you'll manage everything from the app. So I think that's very appealing, and it's talking about providing earnings of up to 20% with staking. Obviously, any NFTs are all the rage and will continue to be. And this sounds pretty amazing that the app for version 2 is going to provide an in-app DeFi browser that will enable you to look at dApps and marketplaces such as OpenSea and Avalanche. And also, what I think is going to be very helpful is the ability to manage multiple wallets. And as we can see from the image here, this looks like, MetaMask is an obvious one, Trust Wallet, and there's other ones. So I'm sure, that's going to be helpful for monitoring your crypto assets across different areas. I've been digging around on Frontier. There's a blog if you want to learn more. It's been a little bit quiet in recent months, but what I did find useful is I was able to get a name for the project. This fellow called Palash Jain. Apologies if I'm butchering the pronunciation. I even found a LinkedIn page for him. It says he's a co-founder at Frontier, so it's nice that you can able to follow up on guys like this. And then through the people also viewed section here on LinkedIn, you can also find his other Frontier colleagues by the look of it. So it's nice to have transparency in that sense. And I was also looking at Frontier on Masari because I wanted to know about the tokenomics. So with Frontier tokens, you'd probably be able to engage in governance aspects and use the token if there are maybe fees that need to be covered. And in terms of the distribution, so it says here the distribution happened on the 15th of September 2020. There was a crowd sale and a private sale, and 100 million is the initial supply. That, according to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, isn't completely circulating. So CoinGecko is saying 56.8 circulating out of a max supply of 90 million. CoinMarketCap is saying 66.8 out of a total supply of 100 million. Because they've got the total supply right, I would maybe trust that a bit more. And it also says that the CoinMarketCap team has verified the project circulating supply. So maybe lean this direction this time, though at other times CoinGecko can actually be more accurate. It's all about doing your own research and finding as much information as possible. Now I want to look at the investors. So on Crunchbase, for the investors here, I was able to find a list of names. Now, I would never invest in a project personally based on the investor. I always sort of feel like an investor is the cherry on top if I like the investor, whereas if I don't like an investor and don't trust them, I'd see that as being hair on the cake, and it might put me off. So this is a factor I would put in later on down the line in my research. I'm not going to say anything personal about any of the investors here that I'm not too keen on. However, I will say that Alameda Research, yep, that's enough for me. Alameda Research is basically the people behind FTX, which would include the CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, who is just a rock star in crypto right now. And I actually have a source here with theblockcrypto.com. This is an amazing resource for reading about news and goings on in crypto. So this actually goes back to August 2020, and it confirms the investment in Frontier by Alameda Research and their exchange FTX and the other investors. So it's just nice to have confirmation like this, in the industry to back up, what you're doing. And if you're wanting to keep in touch and get ready to know when Frontier is coming out, there is a waiting list here. I would be expecting an announcement on Twitter. A recent announcement on Twitter that I thought was pretty cool is that the front token can be used to make bookings with Travala, which is a travel service that enables you to book holidays using crypto. Aside from Front, there are a bunch of other options there. Currently, as of the 15th of October, there was a nice wee video showing you how the app is going to look. There's some screens here. It says on creating a wallet, connecting a wallet, tracking addresses, NFTs, multi-chain DeFi, staking and lending, and the 14 blockchains that are going to be available. So you can go and have a look and see what how that looks to you. I'll be downloading version 2 when it becomes available, and maybe I'll do a review depending on how I feel about it. I am a holder of Frontier and the Front token. So on CoinMarketCap, it's telling you that you can get it on Binance, KuCoin as well. Huobi Gate, I'm not quite as keen on because I find it a little bit glitchy when I've tried to withdraw funds. And CoinGecko, are they going to show me where I can buy it? No, they're not showing me. But basically, I'm wanting to look at the other markets and availability because, yep, you can get Frontier on FTX. So I'm currently holding my Frontier on FTX. I'll probably move it over to the app once version 2 is available, and then I can look into staking and seeing what is available there. Binance is also a decent option. In terms of the price history, I just want to take a look and show you what's been going on. So on the 1 day chart here, there's a massive scam wick up here. Basically, a wick is the highest a price has been, or potentially the lowest a price has been in a period of time. In this case, it's the one day we're looking at, and this is Front versus the US dollar on Binance. So I'm going to draw a Fibonacci retracement down here from this bottom, and I'm going to start it at that top there, and I'm going to zoom in below that scam wick so that we can see more clearly what's going on. Okay, that's pretty excellent. Just this screen. So this is Trading View I'm using. You can get a free account and get all sorts of access to tokens and what's going on. Okay, I might actually bring this a little lower. Right. Okay, great. That's looking very nice. Okay, in terms of where price currently is, there seems to be a nice support level down from about $1, and then it's going up to a resistance of, you know, there's maybe 140 gets tagged often enough, and then there would be a resistance above that would be about 230. So, and in turn, whenever we were hitting the lows from spring and into the summer, Frontier was down around 50 cents. So that is, whenever everything was going horrifically, that was the bottom. That's the bottom for Front. So it's sort of nice to think. I'm sitting here thinking, I've been buying quite a lot of this in the $1 range. I would love to get it. So if price were to come down, you know, it might hit 90, 80. You know, I'll draw another Fibonacci from this move up to here. So, yep. So under the 618, which is a good level, that is a decent buying zone. I've been buying a little higher, a little lower. If it came down to 90 cents, I do have a bid. I do have bids set around. I've actually got it set around 85 cents currently. If it could have come down again to 50 cents, yep, I'm loading up more of this personally, but obviously you need to make your own decisions here. But basically what I'm trying to get at is that for this to go up into the all-time highs, you know, there's room to run here. In crypto, when something runs hot, everyone starts FOMOing in, and if you're late to the party, you know, you're going to miss the gains, and you're jumping onto projects that are, you know, have already passed you by. So even the top of this Fibonacci retracement, I mean, 1218%, you know, there's big percentage gains out there for Frontier, even if it was to come up and test these ranges again from down here. I believe it could be possible based on the fact that, you know, this is a token with a lower circulating supply. Okay, yep, so I think I'll sum that up now. Yep, so with Frontier Wallet, this could be an excellent resource for managing coins across numerous different blockchains. And interoperability is a big narrative now, because we're all using different chains, we all like different assets, and to be able to use them and have easy access to them, it just makes sense and it's logical. And with Frontier, it's looking like it's going to make DeFi accessible to everyday users, in that, you know, Google Pay and Apple Pay can be used to deposit, you know, dollars and whatnot, or cash out to dollars. And when you're in Frontier, you'll be able to engage in DeFi lending even, so you can become a liquidity provider and get rewards. Then there's also the opportunity for staking as well, and this will all be done with the app, and then the app can connect to other wallets. So Frontier is something that I think it's ambitious, but I think it's doable. And the fact that Alameda Research, that they like it and they've invested, you know, it's not a major play for me, but it's a play I do like. I'm already a holder and I've got my levels identified, so I'm thinking I might reload around 85 cents to 90 cents. I don't expect it to go down to 50 cents unless we get into an extended bearish period, but if it did, I would definitely be adding more then. I'm quite comfortable for now, and I think there's a chance for gains ahead. There's no guarantees, obviously, but I would rather find a good quality project with solid fundamentals that hasn't had massive gains, because whenever you chase massive gains, you know, you've already missed the boat in most cases. And I decided to cover Frontier today because I'm holding off until next week to do more coverage on the Polkadot parachains. I just want to see exactly what rewards are being offered for the initial candidates, and then I will review those and pick out the ones that I think are the most appealing based on the offers available, and I'll record some videos for you. So until then, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it, you know, and I'll just keep continuing to grow. So yes, thank you very much for watching another video, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.